Good morning everybody. So in our last video we studied about the genetic code, and now we are starting the next topic of our chapter, that is the RNA world. So what is this RNA basically? So this RNA, it is a long unbranched and a polymer of ribonucleotides. Polymer of ribonucleotides. Now, in case of RNA, these nucleotides, they consist of a pentose sugar, a nitrogenous base, and a phosphate group. Further, the nitrogenous bases which are present in case of RNA, these are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil. So these are the four nitrogenous bases which are present in case of RNA. So this RNA, it is long, it is unbranched, and further it is also a single-stranded polymer of ribonucleotides. And ribonucleotides in RNA consist of a pentose sugar, a nitrogenous base, and a phosphate group. And the nitrogenous bases in case of RNA are four, that is adenine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil. Further, there are three different types of RNA occurs in every cell, and these RNAs are mRNA, that is the messenger RNA, the tRNA, that is transfer RNA, and rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA. And all these three different RNAs, they are transcribed from different regions of DNA template, and they are complementary to DNA template from which they are produced. So now first we will discuss about all these three different types of RNAs. So these three different RNAs, they have different functions during the translation process. So first we will discuss with mRNA. This mRNA, that is messenger RNA, it is responsible for carrying the information from DNA for the particular sequence of amino acids to be joined for the synthesis of a polypeptide chain. And that's why, because it carries the information from DNA for the specific sequence of amino acids to be joined for the synthesis of a polypeptide or protein, that's why this mRNA, it is also known as informational RNA, as it is carrying the information from DNA for joining of amino acids to synthesize the polypeptide chain or to synthesize a protein. Further, this mRNA, it forms a total of 5% of all RNAs present in a cell. So mRNA forms 5% of all RNAs present in a cell, and its molecule is linear and longest of all RNAs. Its molecule is linear and longest of all RNAs. Further, this mRNA, as we know, this a cell have a variant number of mRNAs in a cell, and all these mRNAs are synthesized from different regions of a DNA template. And due to these variations in the population of these mRNA are also known as heterogeneous nuclear RNA, that is hnRNA. So there is a specific mRNA for each and every polypeptide or the protein chain synthesized in a cell, and due to such variation in the number of mRNA, this mRNA is known as heterogeneous nuclear RNA or hnRNA. So mRNA is also known as hnRNA, or heterogeneous nuclear RNA. Now come to the structure of mRNA. Structure of mRNA. So, a fully processed mRNA consists of a cap at its 5' end of methylated guanosine. So, a fully processed mRNA contains a cap at its 5' end of methylated guanosine. This cap, it is followed by a start codon, that is AUG, and this start codon, it is followed by a long coding region. This long coding region, it is again followed by a stop codon, that is either UAA or UGA or UAA, any one of these three. And this stop codon is further followed by a poly A tail, that is polyadenylate tail of 200 to 300 residues at its 3' end. So, a fully processed mRNA consists of a methylated guanosine cap at its 5' end, a start codon followed by a coding region, then a stop codon and a polyadenylate tail at its 3' end. Further, this mRNA, it also consists of two non-coding regions. One non-coding region is present just after cap at its 5' end. Just after cap at its 5' end. And this region is known as leader sequence. Another non-coding region is present just before polyadenylate tail and at 3' end, and this region is known as trailer sequence. Now, further, the cap present at 5' end, it prevents mRNA being hydrolyzed by hydrolytic enzymes, and the poly A tail that is present at 3' end of RNA, it checks the hydrolysis of mRNA. Now, sorry, here is we are having a mistake, that is UAG it is. UAG. Okay. One more thing. This poly A tail that is present at 3' end of mRNA, it helps in the attachment of a RNA or mRNA to ribosome. Now come to the next type of tRNA. So next type of RNA, that is tRNA. This tRNA, it is also known as transfer RNA, and this tRNA, it is responsible for carrying a specific type of amino acid from amino acid pool to mRNA in ribosome for the synthesis of a polypeptide chain or protein. And that's why, because it transfers an amino acid from amino acid pool to mRNA in ribosome, that's why it is known as transfer RNA. And this transfer RNA, it forms a total of 15% of all RNAs present in a cell. It forms 15% of all RNAs present in a cell, and its molecule is smallest of all RNAs. Its molecule is smallest of all RNAs. Further, this tRNA, it have a clover leaf-like structure. tRNA have a clover leaf-like structure, which was proposed by R.W. Halley in 1965. So this tRNA, it have clover leaf-like structure, and this clover leaf-like structure of tRNA, it is formed by the paired stems and the unpaired loops. So clover leaf-like structure of tRNA, it consists of stems and loops. These stems are formed by nitrogenous base pairing, and these loops are formed by self-folding of tRNA. Now, this tRNA, it consists of 4 different arms or regions. We will discuss each and every region of this tRNA. So, starting with first region or first arm of this tRNA, which is known as the carrier end. This carrier end of tRNA, it is usually 3' end of RNA. It is usually 3' or 3' end of RNA, and this carrier end of tRNA, it consists of a CCA, a triplet codon, and a free hydroxyl group, that is OH group, at its tip or at end part of it. Further, it is the site, or why it is known as carrier end, because it is the site where binds the amino acid of tRNA. So this carrier end, it is 3' end of tRNA. It consists of a free triplet codon, that is CCA, at the tip of which is present a free hydroxyl group, and it is the site where binds the amino acid. The second region of this tRNA is anticodon site or recognition site. This anticodon site or recognition site, it consists of 3 free ribonucleotides, and the 3 nitrogenous bases of these 3 ribonucleotides have their complementary nitrogenous bases on mRNA in ribosome. Now the 3 nitrogenous bases or the nitrogenous base triplet present on mRNA, that is known as codon, and the 3 nitrogenous bases or the triplet codon present on tRNA, that is known as anticodon. Further, that's why this site or this region of tRNA, it is known as anticodon site, because these anticodons which are present at this site, they recognizes their codon on mRNA in ribosome and then binds this tRNA on mRNA in the ribosome for the synthesis of a polypeptide chain. Or even we can say the 3 free nitrogenous bases of 3 free ribonucleotides of tRNA, they recognizes their codon on mRNA and then binds this tRNA on mRNA in the ribosome, and that's why this site is known as recognition site. Further, the third site of this tRNA is enzyme site. This enzyme site, it is also known as T site C loop, and this enzyme site consists of some charging enzymes which catalyzes the binding of amino acid at 3' end of tRNA. That's why it is known as enzyme site. So this site contains some enzymes, and these enzymes catalyzes the binding of amino acid at 3' end of mRNA. Further, the fourth region of this mRNA is known as ribosome site or D loop. This ribosome site contains the enzyme which are responsible for or which catalyzes the binding of this tRNA on ribosome, and that's why this site is known as ribosome site. Now, our third type of RNA is rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA, and it is usually responsible for binding of mRNA on ribosome on the basis of complementary base pairing between this ribosomal RNA and mRNA. This rRNA, it forms a total of 80% of all RNAs present in a cell. Usually these prokaryotes, they have only 70S type of ribosomes, and this 70S type of ribosome, it have its larger subunit as 50S and smaller subunit as 30S. And this 70S ribosome, it consists of 55 proteins, that is 34 proteins in 50S subunit and 21 proteins in 30S subunit. This 50S subunit, it is further divided into 5S and 23S, whereas the 30S is divided into 16S. The eukaryotes, they have the both type of ribosomes, that is 70S and 80S ribosomes. And in case of eukaryotes, this 80S ribosome consists of 80 proteins. And this 80S ribosome, it is divided into two subunits, that is larger subunit 60S and smaller subunit 40S. This 60S consists of 50 proteins, whereas 40S consists of 30 proteins. 60S is further divided into 5S, 5.8S and 28S, whereas 40S is divided into 18S. Now, there is a fourth type of RNA which is known as snRNA. snRNA, that is a small nuclear RNA. And this small nuclear RNA, it is responsible for processing of mRNA and rRNA. It is responsible for processing of mRNA and rRNA. Another type of RNA, that is small cytoplasmic RNA, and this small cytoplasmic RNA, it is responsible for binding of mRNA on ribosome. Thank you.